Hey guys, this is a quick review for July 21. We are looking at a huge drop in the market right off the bat, and actually one that would have been tricky to catch on the 5-minute chart. Okay, but if you were able to look at the momentum here and decide, hey, let me see if I can get in, we definitely have a little bit of a point series happening here as the MACD crosses through. We've got our cross here, and we're looking for an entry kind of kink happening down here. Well, this kind of is where it started to turn over. If you look at this kink right here and it starts going down, I would have pulled up real quickly a shorter term chart and try to find an entry. Now I know because of trading this that the 3-minute showed us a pretty nice little hesitation and then a good entry somewhere right around in here. So if you were able to take that, that would have been great right off the bat in the morning. Or you can actually apply this whole strategy to a shorter term time frame and have watched the market that way and taken maybe a little bit of that run there. But right off the bat, the very first 5-minute signal that we have going on actually occurs right here. Now the reason why, we do have our indicators looking like they're going to meet here, but then they turn away from each other, as you can tell right here. Our MACD kinks back down and it continues to go downward, actually on, sorry, that's getting messy, on this candle here. And we have a significant TC, stands for trend confirmation, right here in our tricks indicator. So we've got a good what's showing us probabilities of this market pushing down. So at the kink of this tricks, we should enter the market right here, verifying that the MACD has crossed back through. That would actually have been a little bit tricky here, I can tell, in this particular chart. Now I was using a slightly different chart which gave me a little better view, but I can see how one might have been a little cautious there because it's hard to tell whether the MACD has crossed back our way or not. Regardless, looking at a shorter time frame, I think you could have caught at least some of that. So I will say a 5-minute chart trade was doable, but maybe a shorter term, a 3-minute possibly, or a 2-minute time frame might have given you just the signal you needed, especially with this nice shadow where it pushed down, came back, and then continued down. That would have been the stair step to sell it on a shorter time frame, going short right there. Nothing really significant happened again for us to want to take any of these other moves. Remember, we're looking for significant market patterns, significant stair step action. All of this just is kind of a straight shot. So if you were watching this, I don't think I would have called this a low, this a higher low, this a higher low, this a higher low, this a higher low, because that's just all market noise. We want to really kind of blur our eyes here and look at what the market's doing. And if you connect the lowers and all the higher shadows here, the market's just really kind of moving generally up, okay, in a very tight channel. But when the channel does something significant like this, moves up, down, there you can see our high and our lower high, and we've got our high and lower high in our tricks indicator down here, and that's what gives us the entry we want to see. Okay, so right here, I'm going to preface this here and say, look, that's kind of what happened here. Why couldn't we have played this short? Well, look at the MACD. Very, very flat. That's not a very good trend signal when it's flat. So this would have been the reason not to take that. And again, probably an argument could have been applied here too. Again, shorter time frames will help you when you can switch back and forth a little bit. But this is why we would not have taken this short, even though we had the TC happening here. It came back up, and then all of a sudden, whoosh, it tanked. And this really ran just a great distance for us. Again, not providing us a stair step to get into this trade, but when you see something with this much momentum, okay, get into a shorter time frame and see if you can find a stair step or a good reason to get into this trade here. We did make a bunch of money off of this. If you couldn't find a good entry into this, one suggestion would be look at what support is doing. and possibly try and break that. Now, taking this on a shorter time frame, this would have sucked back, created a stair step, and would have gone back through, and I can tell simply by this long shadow here. So that would have been a great way to take that trade. Jump on a shorter time frame, possibly 2 minute, watch it break through, come back, and take it the second round, going down like that. That ended the day there, and it was a very fast run. You often see runs like that in the first and last hour of the market. So those are probably the hot times to look at the market there. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to help, and have a great day.